Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of our step-by-step beginner-friendly makeup series. If you're new here, my name is Vinti. Hi, nice to meet you. And I would love for you to join my community, especially if you're a makeup lover, you're a newbie, you're a beginner, or you just love makeup, you just want to watch me do my makeup, or you just want to see my face. Please remember to subscribe and let's get into today's tutorial. Today we are going to be doing what every beginner runs away from. Like everybody, I don't know how to do my eyeshadow, I don't know how to do. We're going to do eyeshadow tutorial for beginners. And this eyeshadow tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step what you can do and how to get the best colors for you, how to blend. You know, all those things seems very complicated, but I'm going to show you like the easiest hacks, easy eyeshadows you can do on a daily basis or even when you're going out. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let's just get into it. So let's talk about the right eyeshadow palette for you, how to choose the right eyeshadow palette for you as a beginner, because there are 13,000 and 1,100 eyeshadow palettes out there and everybody wants you to buy their brands, but I'm going to tell you what is best for you, okay? There are a lot of amazing eyeshadow palettes out there, but choosing the right one for you is really very important. If you're somebody that your aesthetics is very colorful, vibrant, you love colors, you like to play with colors, then you might want to go for a colored eyeshadow palette. I have this too. This one is more pigmented than this one. I've had this for a longest time. I've had it since I was in university actually. That's like 8 or 10 years actually. So I've had these for the longest time. This was my first one before this, but I love to play with these two whenever I want to do like a colored look. So because you're a beginner, these might not be very suitable for you. They are too big and you may not want to carry them and you may not even use the colors. If you look in here, some of the colors, I've not even touched them at all. We're going to drop this. We're not going to be using this today. These ones right here are more neutral or soft glammy or, you know, nude eyeshadow palettes. This one is very nice, but it may not give you all the colors you need. This one, I use this especially because of the shimmers, but it may not give you all the colors you need as a beginner. So I would not recommend this one for you as a beginner. This one, on the other hand, this is like another old eyeshadow palette. I don't even use it. You can see some of the colors are untouched. This one, maybe it has been here for 15 years. I don't know. So, but this one has more bright colors and it may not be enough. If you don't have enough bright colors, you don't have enough nude colors. So I would not recommend this one. When it comes to beginner friendly eyeshadow palettes, I will always recommend this one or any other one. But this one, because I've used this one and I can do any look I want just from this, any beginner friendly look, nude look, neutral look from this palette. It has this really good colors right here. It has the brown, it has the black, it has the shimmers you need, the gold shimmers, like almost everything you need is here. It doesn't have a silver shimmer. That's one thing I don't like about this, but if it has almost everything you would need, so I would recommend you get this one. So this is the ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. It is really, really nice. I don't know if they still make it, but it's really good. So don't go and buy big eyeshadow palettes. You will not use it. Those colors, you will not use it. And if it was back then in 2020, 2016 that people were still doing like colorful eyeshadow, then you can use those ones. But now everybody is on the soft glam train. Soft glam this, soft glam that, hot girl this, and all of that. Let's bring back those colors, by the way. So get this one. It will really serve you and go a long way. Or any other neutral or nude eyeshadow palette or soft glam eyeshadow palette. I'm not sponsoring any. I'm just recommending this because I've used it and I think you can get all the colors you want from this. If you don't know how we got our brows to look like this, try and watch my beginner friendly eyebrow tutorial. It's a step-by-step tutorial too. Very nice. And you get to this point. The next step is prepping our eyelid. Before you even think of putting any color on your eyes, you need to prep. You need to use an eyeshadow primer or you need to use a concealer. I have an eyeshadow primer. I actually have two right here and I don't even use them. I use my concealer most of the time because it's easier for me to draw down the concealer from my eyebrow onto my eyelid and use that instead of going to the eyeshadow primer. So you don't need to buy an eyeshadow primer except you have money to spend. These ones are just sitting there. I'm not even using them. But use your concealer, the same concealer you used for your bottom brow. Just drag it downwards or put it all over your eyelid and blend it. Let's get this out of my face. It keeps interrupting me and I don't want it to mess up our makeup. Yeah, that's good. For this tutorial, our beginner friendly tutorial, we're going to be using a concealer for this look. So take your concealer and put that all over your eyelid. You don't need to put too much. I like to use my concealer brush to spread that out before I use the beauty blender to blend it well. And then take a damp beauty blender, not wet. When you wet it, wring it out really, really well. It needs to be damp, not wet. Use that to blend the eyeshadow primer or the concealer that you've put all over your eyelid. Use that to blend it out. Let me just teach you this now. Don't swipe, don't blend like this. No, this is how you blend. you tap it, okay, push it into your skin. That's how you blend, okay? You can see the difference between this and this right here. The reason we prime our eyelid with a concealer or eyeshadow primer is to prevent it from creasing and also to help our eyeshadow colors to come out, to help it pop really well. Now, this extra step is optional, but if you have oily eyelid, you can just take your pressed powder with a powder puff, slightly set the concealer or the eyeshadow primer. You don't need too much powder, just set that. So this is what it looks like when it's primed and set. Let me shock you now. This is also an eye look. I do this a lot when I don't want to do any eyeshadow. I just do this once I prep and set it. I just draw my eyeliner and lashes and I'm good. And that is how I got this look right here. So that is one eyeshadow look you can do. So we'll count that as number 1. We're going to go into number 2, the second eyeshadow look you can do as a beginner. For eyeshadow brushes, there are different types of eyeshadow brushes, and I'm going to just quickly go through some of them. We have the big fluffy blending eyeshadow brush. I use this one to blend my transition color, like to blend everything together. We have another fluffy eyeshadow brush. I use this to pick my colors. You can use it however you want. There is no particular order. I have a flat brush. I use this on my crease if I want to pick a lot of products and pack it on my crease. And then there is a really small one like this. I use this in the inner corners or under or wherever I need it to get into. These ones are also fluffy brushes. They also have the same purpose. You can use them interchangeably however you want it. There's also a sponge brush like this that you can use for your eye look. I usually use this to put shimmers in the inner corners of my eyes or to smudge out the eyeshadow that I put under my eyelid. Remember, we are keeping it simple, so I'm not going to confuse you. I'm going to show you how you can do this with very little brush. So we are going to drop these two. I'm not going to use those, and I don't think we're going to use this. So I'm going to use just these 3 brushes: a large fluffy brush, a medium fluffy brush, and a flat or semi-flat brush. For our first eye look, we're going to do one color eyeshadow. So we are going to take, you can either go with a brown this way or something a little bit red like this. Either of them will work. So whenever I want to do like one eyeshadow look, I take this. Browns are usually better. So take a little bit of brown, okay? And always make sure you tap off the excess. If not, you're going to have too much color and you won't be able to blend it out really well. Tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to blend that all over my eyelid. Remember, we are doing a single color eyeshadow look. You can see how that is showing up really nice and blended. And if I need more, always go back, tap it off, and build up the color little by little. Move your brush circular motion this way. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. You can see how we have an eyeshadow look now, just with one color. And you can see this is really, really good. So you can always do this with a brown or a deep red, okay? Is it House Blood? Deep red. But if you look really close, we can see where our eyeshadow stops and where our concealer under the brows is. So take the same brush but without any products now, blend that out really well to soften it and diffuse it. You can see we just used only one brush for this eye look now. If you want to take it one step further, put the same color on your bottom eye here. You see here, put it right there, and it's going to make it pop. By the time you put a black eyeliner or a white eyeliner, it's going to give you professional looking eyeshadow look. You don't need to do much. Eyeshadow is very simple and it's very, very fun. So you can do whatever you want and you will still get it really nice as long as you blend it really well. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, then we will do a second look. And just like that, our first eye look is complete and we have ourselves a sexy eye look. For eyeshadow look number 2, we are going to use this as our base. The only thing we need to do is take one shimmer and just put it on top of our eyelid, and that is another look. So that is a second look that you can derive from this first look. This is our base. We are going to continue with that. For this look, I'm going to do, let's do like a gold. You can apply this with your finger, but I have long nails. Let me try. It's actually best to apply shimmers with your fingers so that it doesn't fall out. So just put that on your eyelid this way. You can see it's not getting into that place. Put that all over your eyelid, like from your cut crease. I know some of us, when we open our eyes, the crease will disappear. The eyeshadow will not be very visible. So what you will do, instead of starting here where the socket is, just go above it slightly so that when you open your eyes, the eyeshadow will still be very visible. I don't know if you understand that. I'm going to do another tutorial on how to apply eyeshadow for hooded eyes, but that is basically what it is. Just apply it slightly above your crease. And just like that, we have a second eyeshadow look. You can wear this one when you're going for parties or when you want something a little bit extra, you know. You can put a silver or a gold or whatever color, shiny color on top of this base that we have already. When you pick up the shimmer, except it's falling out too much, you don't necessarily need to dust it out, okay? You can just take that and press it. Remember, you press. This time around, we are not blending. You're not doing the circular blending motion that we did when we did our first color. So just pack it where you want it to be, okay? Press it there and it's going to stay there. And to complete our second eye look, we're going to take the same fluffy brush we used for that brown. Don't pick up any color and just use that to blend out this corner here so that it will not be like they are separated, okay? You can see how this one is very harsh, how this one is diffused a little bit. And just like that, our second eye look is complete. Just go ahead and pop on your eyeliner, your mascara, your eyelash, and you have yourself a wonderful eyeshadow look. So let's go into eyeshadow look number 3. For eye look number 3, we are going to smoke it out. So I'm going to show you how to get a smoky eyeshadow from this same base. Now you can see this looks very simple and very neutral. Smoking it out will give it even more dimension and make it look more dramatic, okay? And it's very, very easy. Now to smoke it out, we are going to use either a brown, a deep brown, like this one right here, or a black, okay? If you're scared of using black, you can go ahead and take a brown, pick it up really nice, dust it off, okay? And come towards the end here. Now I want you to take note of how I'm blending. I am not pushing it all over the place. I am not taking it, swiping it everywhere. I'm just keeping my brush here and just moving it at the same place. Just move it little, okay? You can see the difference that makes. So if you're scared of using black to smoke out your eyeshadow, go ahead and use a very, very deep brown. If I want more, I can always go back and pick up more of that brown and build that up really nice here. Let's do the same on the other side. Place it where you want it to be. They call it, some people call it the outer V or whatever, but just pushing your brush here, okay? Where your brush is, your eye socket or whatever at the outer corner, and start blending that out. When you're done with that brown, take the same brush you used for the first color, blend these two lines where the brown and the gold meets, blend it out. I did not take another product, I just used the same brush and I am blending that out so that they can diffuse and not be very harsh. If you look here, you will not see a harsh line, but if you look here, you can definitely see where our gold ends and where our brown starts. So that's why you really, really need to always blend, okay? And take the same brush and soften this corner here. You don't want it to be like too blended, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too harsh, okay? And just like that, our eye look is complete. This is a more serious eye look. And if you're a beginner and you do this, everybody's going to be, who did your eyeshadow? Who did your eyeshadow? And then you tell them, Vinti, you learned from one girl, Vinti, on YouTube, and that is it. So this is our eye look. I'm going to give myself a perfect wing eyeliner, but that's going to be in another video. That's the next part of the series. It's going to be part 3, how to get a wing eyeliner. And trust me, you want to see that eyeliner. So don't forget to check out part 3, the next video after this one, and you're going to see how to get a wing eyeliner like this one. Now a quick recap of everything we did here. Remember, we used our concealer as our eyeshadow primer or eyeshadow base, and then we set that with a powder. Our first eyeshadow look was one color eyeshadow look. We used a light brown kind of color and we used that all over our lid. Second look, we just popped in a little bit of gold shimmer there. You can use your finger to put that on, or you can use the brush. And for our third look, we did this smoky eye look. I know you might be scared of using a black for your eyeshadow for smoky eyes. I just wanted to let you know you can use a brown. Just find a very deep dark brown, and you don't only have to use the gold. You can use purple, blue, whatever color of shimmer you want. It's always going to give you something really nice. And if you want to take it further, which I'm going to show you in another video, but not this beginner series, you're going to do the same colors you have here, blend it out there. That will make it pop really well. But I'm not going to do that in this series. I'm going to do that in another series. So if this tutorial made you less scared of using eyeshadow, don't forget to leave me a comment. Tell me in the comment section what you feel about these looks. Which one is your favorite, the first, second, or third one? If you want me to break down any eyeshadow tutorial or makeup tutorial for you as a beginner, tell me also in the comment section, and I'm going to try as much as possible to make a video on that. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that next time I post a tutorial, you'll be the first to be notified. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Mwah.